So the Obama nightmare continued for the White House this week, I think it's fair to say. The new development, it seemed to me, was that Democrats in Congress started to sit up and then bite back by the end of the week and say, we're not going to ride this ride with you unless it gets smoother along the way.
Exactly right. I mean, the problems of the healthcare rollout have been, kind of getting not much better. They've been getting worse. And for weeks now, the Democrats have seemed content to say, okay, fine, once the wrinkles are ironed out, we'll be fine. We'll let you iron them out. And they're running out of patience. They're losing confidence that the administration is actually going to be able to solve the problems that are hitting their constituents hardest. Most notably, this problem of people having their individual insurance policies canceled. Now, there are many reasons why they can be canceled, why they have been canceled. But what the insurers are saying is it's because these policies don't meet the standards of the healthcare law.
Which actually in political terms might be as big a problem as the one that we've all been focused on, which is the website doesn't work. The website will get fixed. The cancellation of policies feels like a betrayal, and that's politically, I think, worse in many ways.
Right, and they're related problems, because the fact is, if the website were working better, people could, say, oh my gosh, my policy's been canceled, and then go to the website and find that actually maybe they could get a better policy for the same amount of money or not. Anyway, in the absence of a working website, the cancellations are especially damaging.
But the concern all along has been that, at the White House at least, and I think among people who were pushing the bill at the beginning when it was written, was you can't start pulling it apart. It's a kind of a tightly woven fabric, and if you start pulling strings out, the whole thing comes unraveled. Well, we're kind of there, aren't we?
Yeah, well, it's a little bit like the sweater was in the closet and the mice got into it, and there's so many holes in it that it's, I think the problem with the individual policies is it's not only a management issue, but the president's credibility has been so greatly damaged. And so now they have to find a way to respond, because otherwise there's going to be horror stories for weeks and weeks. But you're right, the whole premise of the thing is unraveled.
It's ironic because, we sat here a month ago and talked about how Republicans had done themselves in for the remainder of the year and into next year by, letting the government shutdown happen, how well the White House had played it by just sitting back and letting Republicans shoot themselves in the foot. And almost instantly, as soon as that was over, this became the problem. And I think that whatever political advantage the Democrats had gained in the 2014 cycle feels like it's being frittered away right now.
And that's why there's a lot of forehead slapping going on among Democrats on the Hill. It's not just that they're frustrated about this problem. That's bad enough. But the fact that it came just when they thought that things were really turning in their corner and that the Republicans were on the ropes, the timing of it couldn't be worse as far as political advantage is concerned.
They should have let Senator Ted Cruz defund Obamacare, and then would have shut down.
Right.
And we wouldn't be talking about this today.
Right,
but
right.
It's probably. Do you think, though, that this is the sort of thing that has real implications in 2014, which is still a year away after all, or are we all getting a little too excited about it? What does your gut tell you?
Well, my gut tells me that it gets better for the Democrats. I do think that they, especially because the problems have become so critical, I really think they do have to do something to address the problem, and they will. And I think if these problems are still persisting in February, they'll repeal Obamacare. I mean, really, then Ted Cruz will win.
But they need some success stories.
But they need some success stories. But the point is that the immediate effect on the 2014 Democrats up for re-election is they are really scared. I mean, they may say it's not going to affect me a year from now, but right now they want to have a response, and you see them all kind of distancing themselves from what's going on in different ways.